Hey, what's up, y'all? And welcome to another episode of the Water Bearer podcast. So I'm so happy to be back with y'all. If you don't know, this season is called Yearbook, and we're focusing on all of the zodiac signs and which ones my past guests and social media followers have voted for as number one, and in some cases, it's a tie for all of the signs in 12 different categories. So tonight we are focused on Pisces. Pisces is the sign that won this particular award, we should say. And so, what Pisces won is the most congenial sign of the zodiac. So, here's a quick refresher on what the word congenial means. So, it's an adjective that describes something or someone pleasant, friendly, and well suited to your taste or nature. So, that's what a congenial person embodies. And so, just a few like housekeeping things before we get started here. So, again, if it's your first time watching the show, welcome. If this is your 102nd time, because we're on episode 102, welcome as well. And so sharing is caring, but subscribing is thriving. So if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, so you can join the Drip family and you can catch episodes every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we're on episode 2, and we have 10 more to go for this season, and we'll be running through those every week, same time, Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you can follow me on these social media platforms if you're not already. On Facebook with my real name, Carlos, and then my last name, Harleaux, Harleaux. Or you can also follow me on Instagram, and that's at Poetic, and that's P-E-A-U-X-E-T-I-C. And then also on TikTok, you can follow me there at Poetic and the number 7 at the end, and that's P-E-A-U-X-E-T-I-C, and then with the number 7. And tonight's guest, my Pisces guest, you can follow Nick Curtis. You can follow him on Instagram at I_Nick, N-I-C-K _it, I-T. So you can follow him there. So I'm really excited to have Nick on the show. So you'll notice throughout this season that we have some new faces and we have some familiar faces. So last episode that we did was the season premiere. I had Tennille on. She was on actually last year around this same time. And so Nick is a first-time guest of the show. So I'm really excited to have him on, especially to get this congenial perspective from a male Pisces. So without further ado, I should say, I'm going to go ahead and bring Nick out to join us. Hey, what's up, Nick?
What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Doing good. Sunday. Oh,
hey, that's cool. Well, it'll be Thursday when y'all see this. So. Yes. So y'all know I've told this to people before. I do pre-record a lot of these episodes. So hey, I like to have them lined up and in the can and ready to go. So Nick, before we get started, do you mind sharing your birthday with the listeners and the viewers?
Come on, man. My birthday is February 24th.
Okay.
I am a February Pisces, February male Pisces. So,
okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
We hit a little different.
Okay. I was just about to ask. Okay. So I'm going to start first with, I guess this is a two-part question. So what do you think the differences are between February and March Pisces, and then what are the differences between a male and a female Pisces?
That's a good question. February Pisces, February and March Pisces are very similar, but I think we have some very distinct characteristics, right? Like, for example, February Pisces, I think, are more easy in the delivery versus March Pisces are pretty straightforward and very headstrong. February Pisces, we will tend to remove ourselves, but we're going to let you know we're going to remove ourselves and then take those actions to remove ourselves. March Pisces, they're going to tell you directly, and you'll never hear from them again, right? So it's a few things like that.
Okay.
Funny that you say that, because like my mom is a March Pisces, March 14th, and we are very similar but very different. And then I have a few female friends that are March Pisces. And so I do think, and I have a few friends, guy friends that are also March Pisces, and we're like similar but different. So one of the things I'll say is like, I think women Pisces, I think we're pretty similar. It's just our delivery on things, right? Everybody says a Pisces is super emotional. So, you know, it kind of attaches to like women, right? Like super emotional. It's not, and honestly, I don't think we're emotional. We're just super compassionate people. And when we love hard, we love hard. And when we try to do right with people, right? Or if you're in our corner, you're in our corner. And so when people take advantage of you because of your, you know, we're super compassionate people, and you can see it, and you tell them, hey, like, I see what you're doing, like, you know, like, hey, that's not what I'll do anything for you. Just don't use me, right? Or don't try to take advantage of me, right? But yeah, so I mean, February Pisces, March Pisces, Pisces in general, I think we're a super cool, compassionate people. I think we are one of the best signs, in my opinion. But again, we love hard. So
okay, I would agree with that with Pisces, and I know sometimes y'all get a rep for. I have a female Pisces friend who actually, I just realized this. Y'all share the same birthday. She's also February 24th. And we have this joke that we say, because she even admitted too, she was like, yeah, we can be Casper. So I always call Pisces little Casper because because when y'all are sick or something, now granted, like you just said, you will let people know. And I think because Pisces does have that congenial reputation, the ghosting hits harder from a Pisces because I think it's not expected.
Yep.
Would you agree with that?
100%.
Oh, okay.
100%. Dude, here's my opinion. Like, we'll give you the signs like, hey, nah, stop doing that, or hey, I see this, right? And we're trying to give you the warning signs, and we verbally have expressed to you that we don't like that, or we don't like how you're moving, or that's not cool. Until you hit that point of like, yeah, you're not listening, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead before things get super crazy, right? Let me go ahead and remove myself from this situation. But Carlos, I do believe there's levels to it, right? I honestly believe there's levels to the ghosting, right? The levels to being Casper, because not everybody gets Casper. You know, some people just get downgraded, right? Some people just get completely removed, depending on the severity of what you've done, right? So that's kind of my thoughts on.
Okay. So as far as being congenial for Pisces, and y'all getting that vote, actually, y'all won that by, I would say, not a long shot, but a pretty far margin, I would say, compared to the other zodiac signs. So a lot of these polls have been close in some instances, and then we've had some ties. So why do you think other people view Pisces as being the congenial sign?
Listen, I am a Pisces and lived in this Pisces body of mine for about 39 years, right? And I'm gonna be honest, I am no Carlos, right, on astrology, right? But
I'm not a pro at all. Hey,
listen, I tune into your shows. I hear you, man. Like, dude, I know our conversations we've had, right? So, you're a little bit deeper into rooted, you know it. But I will say, I definitely could relate as a Pisces and just reading certain characteristics of a Pisces. I definitely relate to it. I definitely go, ooh, yikes, that's me. Wow, yeah, oh, yeah, that's me. And it's nothing like, like that dictates who I am, but I do see the way I move, the way I shake, right? Like it's very similar, and the characteristics are real. Or if I'm scrolling Instagram and look at a meme, especially come January, I'm like, ooh, yep, I can heart that, reshare, right? Because I could deeply relate to it. But I will say this: we're loyal people. We're compassionate. We love hard, especially for the people that we care about. So, like for example, for me, right, and I think this is why we get, that's why people voted that way, right? Because we're very intentional with who we let into our circle. Everybody can't get that piece of us, right? And once you're there, you'll just do almost anything for that person, right? And with acquaintances, like you're very intentional, you're respectful, you're friendly, but you still have that level of respect. And like even acquaintances, like some of my acquaintances, they don't even know we're not like friends, right? Because that's what we give, right? Because you may think we're like super like deep friends, and I'm like, we're acquaintances, but because we are just very loyal and we're just very friendly and compassionate people, right? So we're gonna give you all of that, right? So we kind of tend to show that, but if you're in our circle, you're in our circle. If you know a Pisces and you truly understand a Pisces, they're loyal to heart, right? Like it's just one thing that you can't take away from us until you take it, right? So,
right. And you bring up a good point that I was going to ask too, about being congenial and that maybe being confused from the other person as being, oh, like we're tight, we're friends. And I've watched that happen in real time with Pisces that I'm close with. And in my mind, I'm just laughing because I'm like, they're not really checking for you like that, but they will make you feel that, hey, you're part of the circle. I feel like if you walk into a room full of strangers, Pisces is probably going to be the first, or if not one of the first people to make you feel welcome into the space. And so I think, and you correct me if I'm wrong, I think Pisces are really good at making people feel welcome in a general sense, but not necessarily so quick to welcome them into their own personal space, if that makes sense.
I think you're 100% on point with that one. I know just in my circle, like work folks, acquaintances, right, friends of friends. Yeah, you will get that part of me, and maybe I'm telling my secrets on here, man. But like, yeah, you will get that. You will get that part of me, right? You will feel very welcome, and I think that's just the true. For me, it's like that's just the true part of me, right? Like I'll always make you feel welcome until you don't like. I'm gonna always welcome you in until you show me something differently, but yeah, I think that's just been the genuine part of it, right? Let me introduce you into my circle, right? Or let me introduce you in, but how far I go with you is a different question, right? Like everybody doesn't get that. And I'll be honest with you, Carlos, like a lot of times, just living through life, many people have thought we've been super close, and I'm like, no. You thought I gave you everything of me. You thought I gave you my most inner secrets, and I'm like, I didn't. I shared with you what I wanted to share, And I made you feel like you knew everything about me, but you only saw the surface level of me. You didn't see me deep, right? So I have friends that I've been friends with for almost 18, 20 years, and they know me, but they don't know the deeper part of me. They know some things about me, but not the most innermost. I probably have in this life, I probably have 3 to 4 people total that know that part of me, right? That I give. But I think that's the thing of a Pisces. I'm not going to give you everything, right? I'm not going to give you every piece of me because you know what? I know if I do that, then like, everybody, that's not for everybody. But
because everybody can't handle it.
But once you build that rapport with me, right? I feel that I could trust you, because I think that's the other thing is I trust you, right? We're 100. You gonna tell me, Nick, your shit stink, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? Let me think about that. Yeah. Right. And I think that you get those kind of people, and those people are in your corner just as much as you are in their corner. And I think that's how that stuff kind of works out. But that's just my perspective.
I love it. And I think sometimes people will, I don't believe it is, but some people may try to say, oh, well, that's being two-faced because you're not giving people your true self. And to me, I don't blame you for that, because I feel like people have to earn certain levels of you or a certain access of you. And based on how they act, what they do, what they show, unlocks the next level.
It's almost like a game, dude. I mean, it's just like I meet a stranger on the street. I'm not going to open up and give them my whole life, right? And things that could hurt me if used the wrong way against me, or things that could come back up my innermost, secrets, and then things that could come back up and hurt me, and I don't care if it's family, friend, stranger. It's who I allow into my life, into that part. And it's kind of like this, call it what it is. Maybe it's a safeguard, Carlos. Maybe it's something that we just safeguard, so I don't know.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. All right. And so these are some questions. These next questions I'm going to ask you. I'm asking these to everybody on each of these episodes. So they're kind of general questions, but I'm curious to see what you think. So the first one is called the miseducation of. And so what this segment is about is, what is one thing that you feel like has been one of the greatest lessons that you've learned outside of school?
So, can I go work related, like career related?
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's how I make my money, man. So, I'll say something like this, dude. So, like school teaches you how to solve problems, right? It doesn't really teach you how to navigate people. So throughout life, I've learned that having the emotional intelligence and having strong communication skills and building relationships often matter as much as some of the technical skills that you can learn, in school. So again, you can be the smartest person in the room, but if people don't trust you or understand your vision or could relate to you, right? It becomes much harder to make an impact. And so, dude, like I think about that because that's what I deal with on a day-to-day basis, right? And I teach my team, right? So like I do product development, right? Digital product development. So it's hey, I don't care who I am, I'm always like, what's the problem? Because that's the skill that was taught, right? Understand the problem so you're able to solve. But some of the things that education don't teach you is those really interpersonal skills that you're needed, right, to move on.
Yeah, I like that. And when I think about it, because sometimes, and as I've done this show, even though I guess maybe to you or outside people, it seems like I really know stuff about the zodiac. But it's more so, I think it's just me paying attention to patterns of people I know. And then I start paying attention to, okay, so these 5 people are all Pisces, and then they all have this one thing in common. So not making a generalization, but it's kind of like, okay, maybe this is a Pisces thing. And so I think with the great thing that helps Pisces in the workplace, especially in a management position, is I feel like a Pisces is very driven. They're going to have usually, I feel like, a high work ethic. But you have this other side, the Pisces that I know at least, where it's like, yeah, I want you to get this done. But if you're not, kind of like what you just said, like if you're not getting it done, then let's get to the root of the issue and let's solve it versus, oh, you suck because you're not getting it done, which a lot of managers will do.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, I manage different culture, different types of people, females, guys, 20s to 40s, right?
Right.
I deal with people of all walks of life, right? But the one thing that my team will tell you about me is Nick knows what he wants. He's going to ask you, what are we solving, right? But at the same time, because I don't know, just even as a Pisces are super creative. Some people like to debate that, but we're very creative.
Yeah, y'all are
creative. I like to even take that approach with, people that I manage, right? Hey, I have a way to do it, but just because I like to do it one way does not mean that that's the only way it can be done. So show me how you go and get it. And it's funny because it's like I have, 5 different product owners that do things differently, but all come out with the same result. And with that, it's like, hey, as long as you empower me, right, trust me, and it's building that trust, as they'll tell you. But yeah, man, I don't think it's a one-way street to that stuff. I think it's all how you approach people, right? How do you engage them? How do you empower them? You come tell me that something I'm doing sucks, or I don't like the way you're doing it. Yeah, you're about to see a different side of me, right? So if right. I know, and I think, Carlos, it's treating people how you like to be treated. And I think that's my thing, right? So I typically won't change the way I act or do things with other people if it's, it's not the way I would even want to be treated. So,
right. Okay. I love that. All right. Okay. So this next question is called Flip the Tassel. And so we're halfway into 2026 now. And so what is something that you feel like leaving 2025, coming into this year, that you've either graduated from or graduated to in life?
Say that one more time for me.
Okay. So what's something that you've graduated from, either graduated from doing or graduated to doing, and this could be in any capacity, from 2025 to 2026?
Okay. I'm going to give you, do you mind if I give you 2 different?
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah.
I believe I've graduated from constantly trying to prove my worth. Always having to explain myself. And this is funny because I just had this conversation with my mom, right? Throughout my childhood, throughout my life, I've always had this thing of constantly trying to prove myself or prove my worth or not just being good enough, right? Weird, right. I know, very weird. But early in my career, I thought success meant saying yes to everything. Yeah, I'll do it. But I've learned that leadership is not about doing everything. It's about creating clarity and giving direction on where you want to go. And now, like I just said, empowering people to focus on the work that matters the most for them. Right. So I think that's one of the things that I've grown from. That's one part, like career wise. But then it's another part, right? And Carlos, like just living life, right? I think I've also graduated from the surviving mentality to being very intentional, right? So call it intentional living, right? So like over the past couple of years, I would say I became much more focused on my health, right? My priorities, the people who I let enter in my life, and also making memories instead of just chasing the next achievement. So you know me, Carlos, I'm probably always in the air somewhere, right? I don't post on Instagram and social anymore. People say you live like you're super private, and I'm like, yep, in my old age, I guess I am a little private. But,
not old age.
It's because I do believe, Carlos, that, and nothing's wrong with the person who likes to post and share.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
Because we all benefit from it. But I do believe that in this part or this phase of my life, it is intentional, right? It is creating those memories. It's also being able to relax, right? And take the mental break that, people didn't really teach you that you need. So I do. Yeah. So that's probably one of the things I can say I could flip the tassel on and say I think I'm not perfect and I'm not done yet, but I am.
Well,
I could
done with that part. Okay. All right. And so this one I'm curious to see what you say too. So this is called Teacher's Pet. So since this is the yearbook season, that's where that concept came from. But what is the one thing that you think makes Pisces stand out and would be a teacher's pet? Or maybe teachers would love them. Not saying you're like sucking up to the teacher, but what's one thing about a Pisces that teachers would be like, oh, I love this about them?
I mean, again, here we go. The compassionate, care-hearted Pisces, good-hearted Pisces, right? I think why one would call us, Pisces a teacher's pet is because, hey, we've always have this knack of learning, also looking at things of how can I do things differently. So always trying to learn, always trying to think of a way to improve things. But also just have that. I mean, it's just the personality. It's just the care, right? The care, the passion. I don't know. I guess that I guess all of that comes with it, right? Like
that's a good answer.
I don't know. I mean, why wouldn't you love us? That's my question.
Right.
Come on, man.
I love it. Okay.
But I do say this, Carlos, we give the same energy that other people give us, right? So, I mean,
that is true. You do.
We will try and try to match you times 10 on that energy. So if that teacher is pouring into us, I'm going to pour back into that teacher and I'm going to show them, hey, I really appreciate being here.
Right. A Pisces would do that. I agree. I totally agree with that. And so this is the last segment. This is called Dead in the Water. So how this is going to work is it's 5 this or that questions, kind of rapid fire answers. And so instead of telling me the one that you like the best of these two, you'll tell me the one that you would toss back in the water or the one that you like the least.
Okay.
Of these two.
Okay. I think I've seen this.
Oh, yeah. Episodes? Okay.
Let me see if I can do it, though. All right.
Let's go. You got it. All right. So this first one is writing or speaking. Which one would you throw away?
And that's kind of hard because I actually do well at both. I would say speaking because it does give me a little bit of anxiety doing it, but I speak very well. But
Okay. But you would throw that one away. Okay. Yeah. All right. So when it comes to working out, running or weights, which one would you throw away?
Weights. Anything that's gonna challenge me, that's easy, dude. Like running. One of my good friends, we talk about this all the time. Like Nick in the gym. So I'm now in the gym doing more weights than I am running, but running is
okay. Got you. Okay. All right. When it comes to letting people go, quick cutoff or second chance, which one would you get rid of?
Depending on the situation, Carlos, I will say depending on the situation.
That's fair.
But if I had to go with one, the quick cutoff. I at least will give you a second chance. Quick cutoff.
I think that's fair about a Pisces. They will give the benefit of the doubt. They're going to give you that second chance.
I can't guarantee you the third one, but I can
at least two.
I can give you the third. I can give you the third.
All right. So between these two dishes, salsa or guacamole, which one are you going to get rid of? Oh, I'm going to get rid of the salsa. Okay, that's quick.
Yeah, love guac.
Okay. Hey, that's what's up. Okay. All right. And so this is the last one. So morning coffee or morning tea?
Morning tea. I am a coffee fan.
Okay,
I travel all over the place going to coffee houses, dude. Like literally. This is from Greece, latest place, and I got some really good coffee pods sitting right there. So funny that you said that.
Oh,
amazing.
That is funny.
Yeah, love coffee.
That is funny. Okay. Hey, that's a wrap. So we have made it to the end of the show. But Nick, thank you so much for joining. I'm so glad that you are here and just celebrating this season.
Come on, man. Hey,
I appreciate it.
I appreciate having the opportunity to speak on the behalf of my fellow Pisceans. Right. No, hey, Carlos, really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have a good rest of your afternoon, sir.
All right. You too. Thank you, Nick, and thanks everybody for watching. Y'all tune in next Thursday. Peace.